The bamboo answered first. In a village below Mount Popa, an old toddy climber drew his door bar and told me no one named the 37 after the lamps were pinched out. He touched the bowl of coconuts by his threshold before he spoke. I walked the Popa road in the hot months, when dust rose red around the ankles and thorn scrub rattled in the wind. The volcanic hill held its monastery and shrines. Macaques screamed from the stair rails. Palm liquor soured sweetly in clay jars. Farther south, near Taungbyon, the land softened into fields and watered groves. Festival season brought drums, lacquer trays, and bright silk, but at dusk the sound thinned. Smoke from cooking fires lay low over the paddies, and the small gnat posts stood apart from the monastery walls. People called them the 37 Great Gnats. In Burmese, gnat could mean a spirit with hunger still in it, older than formal sermons, close to tree roots, thresholds, storms, and wrongful deaths. Monks spoke of merit. Villagers still tied ribbons and set out cups. Some elders separated the great gnats from the countless local ones. A hill had its own guardian. A fig tree held another. Yet the 37 formed a court remembered by name. At its head stood Thagyamin, kingly and bright, with others beneath him whose deaths stained earth. In the year 1906, in a hamlet west of Kyaukpadaung, a widow named Dorhnin told me what her mother saw as a girl. During a dry season night, she carried sesame oil to a shrine post and found a young man already there, barefoot, laughing softly to himself. He wore court cloth scorched black at one edge, as if flame had licked it without consuming the weave. The girl smelled singed hair before she noticed his face. He asked for drink in a gentle voice. When she lowered the bottle, his shadow stood where his body did not. She ran only after hearing anklets in the dust behind her. No one in that lane wore anklets then. By dawn, she had lost her speech. For 3 days she answered by tapping her fingernail on the water jar. The old widow tapped the same rhythm for me. Later, a village medium named the figure as one of the brothers burned by a king's order. Spirits folded into the great gnats after cruel deaths. The family made offerings of coconut, banana, and rum for a month. The girl recovered, but never again approached shrine posts alone. From many roads I heard the same signs told in different mouths. A shrine cup overturned, though the air was still. Dogs refusing the stare. Sudden perfume from champak blossoms where no tree grew. A dancer at festival trembling before the drums had properly begun. The great gnats rarely arrived as monsters in these accounts. They came as pressure, a person glimpsed wrong, a face too calm, a guest appearing where offerings had just been placed. Sometimes they entered a medium with violent grace. Sometimes only the lamp flame bent sideways. Certain acts were avoided after sunset. No one pointed a bare finger at a gnat post. No one mocked festival trance. Offerings were set down carefully, never snatched back. I saw a child slapped for whistling near a shrine after dark, while the tamarind leaves clicked overhead. Names, too, carried caution. Some households named particular gnats only in daylight, and used kin terms at night instead. An old woman near Mingyan said the dead listened hardest when called directly. She covered her beetle tray as she said this, as if even brass could attract notice. The brothers Mingi and Minlay dominated the telling. Their festivals swelled with music, possession, and petition. North of there, Popa Meadow, the mother of Popa, drew fiercer loyalty. She belonged to the mountain wind, to flowers, to those who sought favor in love and trade. In Lower Burma, I heard more household language. The 37 remained known, yet village spirits blurred among them like tributaries joining a river. One caretaker in Bargo insisted some shrines fed ancestors first, and great gnats second. Another swore the order had to be reversed, or children fell feverish. Among Mon tellings and in Shan country, details shifted again. One spirit kept a horse. Another preferred raw toddy to distilled liquor. In some places, the Buddha's image and the gnat shelf stood peacefully near each other. Elsewhere, people kept them apart by a whole courtyard. The oldest source named for me was the Glass Palace Chronicle, which set down royal efforts to gather unruly spirits into the 37 under King Anarata. A monk in Sagang recited the passage from memory. Candle grease ran over his knuckles while geckos clicked above the rafters. Yet older than royal arrangement were oral lines no palm leaf manuscript could hold neatly. Keepers told of spirits rooted in the mountain long before courts counted them. Their words reminded me of other old compilations across Asia, like Su Shenji, where the dead and the land remained near. What the road taught me was simple and hard. In Burma, many people bowed toward the Buddha for release and turned to the Nats for the bruises of ordinary life. At one threshold stood doctrine. At the next stood flowers, liquor, and fear breathing through banana leaves. I left many shrines before dawn with dust on my hems and oil smoke in my hair, still hearing the low voices that named the dead with care. What name do you not speak after dark? Type it once.